down the lane, 4 cylinders. First heat looks like this. James McDonald, in the 77 up front alongside Richard Hadler. Then it's Jordan Denham-Briga, Cole Hardy, Jay Moulton, Mason Anderson, and Dave Winiger, and Sean Cuse, rounding out the field of 8 cars as we are 1 lap into this one with Richard Hadler up front and Cole Hardy not far behind.
Richard Hadler out in front here in the early lead. Single file going 1 through 4. The number 7 car of Jordan Denham-Briga in 3rd. And the number 10 car of Jay Moulton out there in 4th. Started out just in 5th. In the early goings, it is the number 60 of Richard Hadler out in front.
Good to see Richard Hadler having a good start to this one after being on the outside of the front row. Being chased down by Cole Hardy in the 7C. Another good story to have back at the racetrack, having Cole having a fairly successful start to the year. Pretty consistent, definitely a threat to be in the top 10, top 5 each time he climbs behind a 4-cylinder after some health issues. Great to see him running back a full schedule. Jordan Denham-Briga lurking there in 3rd, and Jay Moulton is 4th in the 10, top 4 cars. Single file and breaking away from the rest of the pack.
Single file 1 through 4 there. However, Jay Moulton's looking to go onto the outside line there of the number 7 car of Jordan Denham-Briga, and he will do so, trying to catch for 3rd. Actually, right now it's side by side for 3rd, and we do have a yellow caution flag out.
Green flag back in the air in this one. Hardy down low, Hadler upstairs. Hadler trying to take the lead back around the outside. Down the back stretch, it looks like Hadler is going to be able to clear Hardy into turn 3 and 4. Moulton around the top side in the 10. White flag's going to wave on the field one more time around. Moulton trying to get to the inside. Hadler can't do it. He's going to get past Hardy, though, in the process as Hardy drops back to 3rd and now has to hold off the 7B and the 7 of Denham-Briga and Cuse. Down the back straightaway, it's Hadler in the 10, or excuse me, in the 60, trying to hold off Moulton in the 10. 10 downstairs. Here comes Jay Moulton. He's not going to be able to get alongside. Richard Hadler will score the heat win, I believe the first of his career for the Thorold, Ontario native. Front row hits the blue cone in 4, green flag in the air. Worcester's going to drop immediately down the middle as Obey goes to the inside in the 5. Ryan Obey trying to make a move for the lead. He's going to have to settle in line as both Worcester and the leader now, Alex Riley in the 17, get out in front. Top 3 cars single file as they work into turn 3 and 4. Alex Riley in the 17 out front. Worcester settling into 2nd, Obey 3rd, and now here comes the 44 of Craig Vlasic. Craig Vlasic up to 4th on lap 1.
With Alex Riley in the lead and looking pretty good as he goes down the back straightaway. Battle going on now for the 2nd spot between the 71 of Worcester, who started out in 6th, and the number 5 car, Brian Obey, looking to try to go to the outside to catch Worcester, that's no avail, and actually he's still on that line to try to catch him. In the early goings, it is the 17 of Alex Riley in the lead.
Worcester washed up the racetrack, almost got a piece of Obey, but that's actually going to allow Brian Obey in the 5 to get around and take over 2nd from Worcester, who finished 2nd in the feature last week, was nearly the winner after Tyler LaFontaine made the bold move, moved Worcester out of the race, or out of the racing groove, and got by him for the feature win. Worcester had to settle for 2nd, looking for a little bit of redemption tonight in that 71. Meanwhile, our leader, Alex Riley, continues to pace the field.
Just past the halfway point here of heat number 2. Alex Riley really looking good here as he goes down the back straightaway, going to increase his lead just that much more. The number 5 of Brian Obey in 2nd, 71 of Worcester in 3rd, looking to try to find a line to catch that, trying to go to the inside. White flag in the air for the last lap. The number 17 of Alex Riley looking pretty good here.
Riley out front has about 2 car lengths between him and the 5 of Obey, who's currently running 2nd. Tyler Lafontaine has rallied up to 4th, but expected him to be maybe a bigger player in this heat. And back in the pack, Ken Hare and Craig Vlasic battling it out for the final spot in the top 5. Checkers in the air. It's going to go to Alex Riley, who captures the heat win over Brian Obey, Austin Worstro 3rd, Tyler Lafontaine, and according to timing and scoring, it was Craig Vlasic in the 44, rounding out the top 5 in that one. Green flag in the air. 3-wide start as Lubeck was on it, and he's already trying to go for the lead into turn 1. Alway and Deagle come together. Deagle's going to get the worst of it as he slides up in front of Pagnotta. That almost got ugly at the back of the pack as Buscom's going to get by, as well as DeBoer in the 23. Barrick's going to have to settle in behind Deagle as Pagnotta goes to the bottom of 3 and 4 to make the move on the 12. Out front, battles on for the lead with Lubeck to the inside of Randy Alway.
Battle going on for the lead between Lubeck and Alway, practically side by side there, but with the 34 car of Alway right there on the outside line. The 23 of Trevor DeBoer in 3rd, so almost at the back of the pack, and also Leroy Buscom, who started out at the very back of the pack, has moved his way on up into 4th. Early goings, it is the 14L of John Lubeck, your leader.
Still fighting on the outside is the 34 of Alway, but now he's under fire for 2nd as DeBoer lurks there on the inside. Lubeck's gotten around and clear to the lead through 3 and 4. Now DeBoer gets a shot in the back from the 71 of Buscom as they're still trying to get by the 34 of Alway, who's hanging tough on the outside in that 2nd position.
Half-second lead so far for John Lubeck. Rather, he is in the lead side by side for the 2nd spot. The number 23 of Trevor DeBoer on the inside there trying to catch the 34 of Alway, but to no avail. Alway still holding out in the 2nd, but it is pretty close there. The number 14 of John Lubeck, still your leader with 2 laps left.
Lubeck way out in front of this one, going to be coming to the white flag. This time it'll be 1 lap to go for John Lubeck to wrap up another heat win in the 14L. Lubeck, DeBoer, Alway, Buscom, Barrick, Pagnotta, and Deagle. Tight heat race as DeBoer's now going to clear Alway, but I don't think he's going to have enough time to track down Lubeck, who's way out in front of this one. Here comes John Lubeck out of turn 4, and he will see the checker in heat number 3 of the Van Sickle Pet Value. PV on the lane, 4 cylinders, wins it over DeBoer, Leroy Buscom, Clinton Barrick, and Vincent Pagnotta, and rounding out your top 5.
Now Brad Sheehan in the number 2. Row 3, Bryce Richardson in the 11R. Outside row 3, Rob Murray, and rounding out the field, Mason Smith.
Green flag in the air. Heat 1 underway in the Hoosier stocks. Couture is going to slide back off that pole position as the 2 of Sheehan's going to get around him, as well as Teeple clears to the lead. Go fast Teeple to the front. Now here comes the 1J of Fontaine. Jason Fontaine tried to find a hole underneath Brad Sheehan, couldn't do it, and that allows the M1 of Murray, who's going to go around the top side and try to take over 3rd spot.
Close battle going on here so far in heat number 1 of the Hoosier Studs. Go fast Teeple in the lead, trying to stay onto that inside line there. The number 2 of Brad Sheehan out there in 2nd. The 1 and the M1 of Rob Murray in 3rd. Single file 1 through 4 with Fontaine in 4th. And in the early goings of heat number 1, it is still Go Fast Teeple your leader, but look out for Brad Sheehan.
Sheehan trying the inside as he works into 3 and 4. Sheehan trying to, oh, 1 car gets a little sideways. That's Murray behind in 3rd place. He collects it. Single file amongst the top 5 now as Sheehan goes to the middle groove, trying to follow Teeple almost right in his tire tracks. And Murray still lurks there in the inside lane. Down into 3 and 4. Sheehan's going to come under fire from Rob Murray up off of turn 4.
Halfway through heat number 1, Go Fast Teeple still your leader. The number 2 of Brad Sheehan still there in 2nd. And Rob Murray right there out of him, trying to go to the inside of Murray to try to catch him for that 2nd spot. Fontaine holding on into 4th. And with 3 laps to go here in heat number 1, it is still Go Fast Teeple your leader, but side by side for the runner-up spot.
Rob Murray seeking redemption after failing to make weight last week. Now he finds himself in a 3-wide battle for the heat win with Sheehan in the middle. Teeple, oh, that's going to get real close, and Sheehan's going to smartly back out of it. I don't know if he had much of a choice. Teeple's going to try to hang on. They make contact. Here comes the 1J of Fontaine. 4 cars under a blanket as we work into turn 1 and 2. Teeple trying to hang on. Bryce Richardson is lurking there. He's thinking about making it a 5-car battle, but still, top 4 cars. Oh, look at Sheehan's going to get slammed from Richardson, who sailed it in on the inside. Wow, great racing from the Hoosier stocks early in heat number 1. Down into turn 1 and 2. 3 wide for the lead again. This is the final lap. The M1 down low, the 1J of Fontaine up high, and then there's the 11 of Teeple. Who's going to lift? Who's going to be able to take the win? Fontaine gets it at the stripe over Murray, Teeple, Sheehan, and Richardson. Great race early in the Hoosier stocks.
One indeed.
Jim Lampman and Zach Bleach on the front row. The fire together at the blue pool noodle in turn 4. Green flag in the air. And away we go with Bleach edging ahead into turn 1. But here comes Jim Lampman back on the inside in that 28. Trying to find a way by on the inside. He'll do so, and looks like he's going to be able to clear Bleach into turn 3 and 4. Now here comes young Donnie Lampman, who sails it into turn 3, but he's not going to be able to get to the one away to Bleach. Jim Lampman leads lap 1.
Jim Lampman, your leader here in heat number 2. Almost, actually, it's going to be a single file going on 1 through 5 with Lampman still the leader. Dave Bailey in the number 49. He won at Oshwegan last night. He is on the inside there to try to catch the 28D. But it is still Jim Lampman the leader here in the early goings of heat 2.
Dave Bailey trying to find a way up into the top 3, and now he's underneath Donnie Lampman in the 28D into turn 3 and 4. Lampman on the orange, 28D up on the high side. Here comes Bailey trying to slide on by, and he can't quite clear him this time. Dave Bailey still trying to make the pass for 3rd. This is the tightest battle on the racetrack.
Just over a half-second lead there for Jim Lampman here in heat number 2. Zach Bleach in the 108 out there in 3rd. Dave Bailey trying to commit himself to that inside line to catch Bleach for that 2nd spot, but to no avail. It's going to be single file 1 through 4 with Jim Lampman, still your leader, about a half-second out from Bleach.
Jim Lampman starting to pull away from Bleach. Bleach hangs on to 2nd. Bailey is through to 3rd, and Donnie Lampman trying to find a way back by him. Can't do it. Still out front is Jim Lampman, single file at the front. Kyle Pellrine runs 5th in that brand new livery on the 47X. A sharp looking ride with the green and the pink on the black 47X scheme. Looks really nice. Still single file at the front side of the field as we see 2 laps to go in this one.
2 laps to go. Jim Lampman really looking good here in heat number 2. Dave Bailey trying to still go to that outside line there. Actually, it's now single file 1 still, 1 through 4. With Jim Lampman, your leader. Zach Bleach in 2nd, Dave Bailey 3rd, and Donnie Lampman in the 28D in 4th. 1 lap to go. It's Lampman, your leader.
Dave Bailey's trying everything he can on the bottom side, just hasn't been able to make the move on Zach Bleach. Down the back straightaway, Jim Lampman has about 4 car lengths into turn 3 and 4, comfortably out in front of this one. Meanwhile, Bailey trying to get alongside Bleach. He'll nose ahead, but will it be enough? It will! Dave Bailey takes over 2nd, just barely over Zach Bleach. Donnie Lampman 4th, Kyle Pellrine 5th, and Jeff Bean rounds out the field. Getting ready to go here. Missing Farrell, so that's going to bring it the front row to Turner. Jamie Turner in the 11 moves up to pole position, and he's taking advantage of it early as he clears Jim Hoopinen down into turn 2. And 3 and 4, Hoopinen's going to fight back on the outside. Slide job protects the lead. Jamie Turner out front early in this one.
Jamie Turner really looking good here in the early goings of heat number 1, side by side for there just a second, but the number 10B of Mitch Brown really going fast there, trying to get to the 2nd spot. He will get there. 14H of Jim Hoopinen in 3rd. In the early goings, it is Jamie Turner, your leader in heat 1.
Mitch Brown completes the pass for 2nd position as he gets by Jim Hoopinen. Down the front stretch, does Brown have enough to start reeling in Turner? He looks pretty quick down on that inside groove. Hoopinen committed to the top side, and that's going to be a slow spot for him as here comes Corey Turner. Corey Turner's going to get by Hoopinen, and as Hoopinen goes too wide off of turn 2, up into the loose stuff. Now we've got a battle for the lead. Jamie Turner opens the door, and here comes Mitch Brown to take advantage into turn 3. Give the lead to Mitch Brown.
Mitch Brown really looking good here, catching the lead just now. Jamie Turner is still right there with him, trying to catch one side. He's looking to go to that inside line. And actually, it's now Mitch Brown really looking good here with a couple of laps to go here at heat number 1. Mitch Brown, your leader.
Mitch Brown up front, Jamie Turner second, Corey Turner third. That's your top 3 with 2 laps to go. Coming to the white flag out of turn 4 this time. Here comes Mitch Brown in the CarQuest Auto Parts 10. He sails it into turn 1 down low. Down low seems to be the place right now. Into 3 and 4 for the final time. Running about the middle groove on 3 and 4. There's Mitch Brown to take the win in heat number 1 of the SOS Sprints. Jamie Turner second, Corey Turner third, Jim Hoopin in 4th, Bailey Hurd 5th, and Dan Anico rounds out the field of 6 sprint cars. And that's a good thing because the 360s are a busy week in front of them. Green flag in the air in this one. And Turner's going to jump out to an early lead, but here comes Susie around the top side. Susie goes a little too high and will slide back off the side of Turner. Down into 3 and 4. Ryan Turner out front. Ryan Susie in the 21 is third. And here comes the 20 of Cooley jumping up through the field.
Single file there, 1 through 4. The number 91 of Ryan Turner looking pretty good out here in the early lead. Ryan Susie out there in second. The number 20 of Braden Cooley out there in third. And the number 110 of Jake Brown there in fourth. Ryan Turner looking really strong here in the early goings of heat number 2.
Turner leads it. Susie trying to hang on a second. Cooley trying to track him down. Susie goes up high again, and that opens the door. Here comes the 20 of Cooley. Susie cuts down back across the front, the backstretch, holds that position for now, but up off of turn 4 as we say halfway. Braden Cooley looking real fast in third place.
Ryan Turner with over a 2-second lead over the number 21 of Ryan Susie. The number 20 of Braden Cooley looking to go to the inside of Susie to catch him for the lead, or catch him for second rather, and he does just that. Good move by him to do that. Susie out there in third, but it's over a 2.5-second lead for Ryan Turner halfway through this heat.
Braden Cooley with an all-time slide job up off of turn 4 to clear Susie that last time. 2 laps to go. I don't think he's got enough time to reel in Ryan Turner, but Braden Cooley is definitely showing a lot of speed in that 20 Oshweekend car tonight. He is running second, driving away from Susie, trying to track down your leader, Turner, who just sees the white flag. One more time around for Ryan Turner in the 91. Down the back straightaway. Here comes Ryan Turner into 3 and 4 for the final time to take the checkers in heat number 2 of the Southern Ontario Sprints. Give a call to Ryan Turner. Braden Cooley, second. Ryan Susie third. Jake Brown in the 110 fourth. Then it's going to be Derek Jonathan in the 81 and the 24, Ben Silker. West and Slider lead them to green. Flag is up and away they go into turn 1. West, oh, big contact, big flip. Sean Slater going over and over in that 71. Got the call from RaceMed, giving it a round of applause. Sean Slater is okay in the 71 after that wild ride on the high side of turn 2. So coming back to green, it's Adam West up front, Liam Martin, Chris Jones, Travis Cunningham, and Warren Mahoney starting third, but Jones trying to make the pass early in this one. The 11 of Jones trying to get by Mahoney. They battle up off of turn 4, give the spot to Jones. Meanwhile, Martin's going to take over the lead around the outside and down under the stripe. Liam Martin out front early.
Liam Martin looking pretty good there on that restart. He is now beginning to increase his lead almost a half a straightaway over the number 30 car of Adam West and number 90 of Travis Cunningham. Going to try to go to the inside of West to catch him. But to no avail, Liam Martin looking pretty good out there. And spin job there for the 25 of Mahoney, but he does keep it going. Glad to see that. Liam Martin still your leader.
Staying green after Warren Mahoney pulls the 360 in his 360 sprint car up off of turn 4. Meanwhile, battles on for second. Travis Cunningham down low, trying to put the power down, and he will clear the 30 of West. It sure seems like the bottom line is the place to be, but here comes West to battle back on the outside of 3 and 4. Can't get alongside, halfway at the stripe with Liam Martin up front.
A 2.5-second lead right now for Liam Martin, as he is just way out in front here and halfway through the heat number 3. Travis Cunningham holding steady there in the second spot. The number 30 of Adam West there in third. And in fourth we have the number 11 J of Chris Jones. Right now with about 3 laps to go, actually now it's 2 laps to go, Liam Martin really looking strong here in heat number 3.
Has the Nitro 54 ride out front. He'll have to deal with lap traffic as he's got to put the 25 of Warren Mahoney down one. Not going to be able to get by this time, but coming to the white flag, there is Liam Martin to make the move. Cunningham running second, West, then Jones. Into turn 3 and 4 for the final time in heat number 3. Liam Martin will win the feature, or excuse me, the heat, and look to continue his success into the feature after scoring a feature win last night at Oshweekend. That 9 car is bad fast, and Liam Martin is a bad man behind the wheel. He wins heat number 3.
And rounding out the field, Tanner Podwinski out of Wainfleet in the 72. This will be an 8-lap heat. Trying to go to the out front. He's going to slide up the racetrack. That is another race car across multiple divisions that we've seen slide up on the high side of turn 2, and their momentum just stalls when they get out there. That's going to allow Heavy Chevy to get around, and Chad Chevalier now up to second. He wants more as he goes around Gruel and lines up side by side down the backstretch. Chevalier to the point. Chad Chevalier really looking good there on that last move there to try to catch the lead, and he does. Over the 35G of Brandon Gruel. Side wall almost 3 wide there for third. With the one up of Ryan Ferry going out in third, but look at that 37S of Gary Lindbergh. He is now moving on up into third. 97C of Luke Carlton trying to go there too, but Chad Chevalier is still the leader.
Lindbergh knows he's got a fast car tonight, and he's trying to force the issue that time by squeezed through the middle of Carlton and Ferry. Now he's got his sights set on Brandon Gruel in the 35G, halfway at the stripe, and Heavy Chevy continues to lead.
Halfway through heat number 1, Chad Chevalier really looking strong here. Good ride from him so far, side by side. Between, and actually Gary Lindbergh just got a good head of steam there to catch the 35G and Brandon Gruel for second. Gruel out there in third. Really good showing there from Chad Chevalier here in heat number 1. He is still your leader with 3 laps to go.
Gary Lindbergh successfully negotiating that bottom side of 1, 2, and it just launches him down the back straightaway. You can see him picking up that left front tire up off the corner. 2 laps to go, and Lindbergh, does he have enough time? Down the back straightaway, Chad Chevalier has almost a half straightaway advantage, but Lindbergh is flying. Able to knock off a 10th that lap. Lindbergh looking fast, but Chad Chevalier faster, and out of turn 4, here comes Heavy Chevy to take the win in heat number 1 of the Chlorpack Merchandising 358 Modifieds over Gary Lindbergh, Brandon Gruel, Luke Carlton, Ryan Ferry, and Tanner Podwinski. See our flagman Tom Beals as we do a little contest, and somebody's going to be on the flag for the 4-cylinder, as long as their parents give them permission, of course. Todd Gordon out front in this one. Gordon jumps to the lead. Van Mel under fire from McTavish, and Susie around the outside. Here comes Susie to second, McTavish to third, and Pete McNell also lurking there, trying to break his way inside the top 4. He slides up, and here comes Mike Bowman. Gordon leads lap 1.
Gordon, the early leader there. So far, Ryan Susie trying to go to that inside line there of Gordon to catch him for the lead. Can't quite get there just yet, but he's certainly trying to do so. Almost a little bit of contact there to try to do that. Todd Gordon still the early leader, the number 41 of Boyd McTavish in third.
Susie saw just enough daylight to go to the inside that last time out of 3 and 4. What's he got this time? Into 3 and 4. Gordon is your leader in the 28. Down low comes the 38 of Ryan Susie. Can't make the pass this time. He will set it up again in turn 1 and 2, but this time Gordon's actually going to drive away by a car length as he starts to gap second place.
Todd Gordon still your leader here, coming up on the halfway point of heat number 2. Ryan Susie holding there in third. Number 41 of Boyd McTavish in third. Pete Bicknell in fourth. Bicknell trying to go onto that one line to try to catch the 41 car, but to no avail. But coming up on 3 laps to go, it is still Todd Gordon, your leader. Ryan Susie not too far behind him.
If the bottom is going to be the place to be, there's few who can do it better than Pete Bicknell. Mr. Small Block works to the inside at turn 1 and 2, but all he sees is a back bumper of the 41 of McTavish. These cars glued to the bottom of the racetrack as 2 laps to go is the call at the stripe.
Todd Gordon still holding strong into the lead. Single file there in positions 2, 3, and 4. Susie in second, McTavish in third, Bicknell still in fourth. Coming up on the white flag, last lap of heat number 2, it is still Todd Gordon, your leader.
Gordon, Susie, McTavish, Bicknell, Bowman, Van Mill, that's how they run as they work the final lap here in heat number 2 of the Core Pack Merchandising 358 Modifieds. Checker is waving, and it is coming out for Todd Gordon in the Blue Moon Potatoes ride. He wins it over Ryan Susie, Boyd McTavish, Pete Bicknell, Mike Bowman, and Derek Van Millen. Too cool rounds out your top 6. Flanagan and Wood will fire together at the blue pool noodle in turn 4. And heat 3 is underway, and that is a tight start as Wood and Flanagan will wheel to wheel as the green flag flew into turn 1. Wood's going to come away with the advantage. Carlton feels the wrath of that high side of turn 2, washes up the racetrack after challenging for the lead. He sails it in on the outside this time. Look at the move from Fast Freddie Carlton. He's feeling good on that outside. Let's see if he can hang on to it through 1 and 2. Stays away from the high side of 2 and doesn't get slowed down. Fast Freddie is second.
Scott Wood in the lead here in the early goings of heat number 3. Freddie Carlton living up to his name. Fast Freddie, he is moving on up way into second. The number 74 of Flanagan in third. And right now in the early goings here of heat number 3, it is Scott Wood with just under a second lead over Freddie Carlton. But look out, he is really hot on his trail.
Looking fast. He so far has been the only driver who's really made any progress from like the middle groove up the racetrack. Everybody else is committed to that bottom side. Look at the way he cranks it through the center of 3 and 4. That is where Freddie Carlton is definitely fastest at the halfway mark of this one.
Halfway through heat number 3, it is practically single file throughout this entire race, with Scott Wood still holding on strong to the lead. But look out for Freddie Carlton. He's trying to pick a line to catch him. He is still in second. 3 laps to go. Scott Wood still your leader.
Freddie Carlton's got something figured out. Maybe not in 1 and 2. That's where he kind of struggles. But this time through 3 and 4, watch the way he just pitches the car through the center of the corner, gets it to rotate perfectly, and is able to just power down. 2 laps to go in this one.
2 laps to go here in heat number 3. Scott Wood still holding on strong to the lead. Freddie Carlton there in second, side by side going there for the 4th spot between the 88 of Shea Pierce and Matt Williamson. Last lap to go. Scott Wood still your leader. Freddie Carlton in second.
Last lap. Can Freddie Carlton get there? He's closed into 0.7 of a second at the stripe that last time. He sails it in one more time. He'll get close, but not enough. Scott Wood hangs on. He'll win it over Freddie Carlton. Matt Williamson's going to get around the outside of Flanagan for 3rd. Then Shane Pierce brings it home 5th, and Dylan Davidson 6th.
Early man discovered fire, but Quick Quick perfected fire. Quick Quick is the only fire starter that guarantees to start your campfire, wood stove, or fireplace without the need for kindling or paper. Find your nearest Quick Quick retailer at quickquick.com.
So who exactly is Fast Eddie? More than just a man, it's the mindset that runs through our blood like oil through an engine. Whether on the track or on the street, Fast Eddie is the spirit that drives us to go fast and keep going. Born in 1949 with no time to look in the rearview mirror. Every story is worth telling, and every piece of Fast Eddie apparel has its own. Celebrate our mindset. This is Fast Eddie. This is combustion culture. FastEddieSpeedwear.com.
You're so tasty. Drive me crazy.
first pass, but missed on the...
Green flag in the air. Wave by young Anthony up on the top of the tower. And they're 3 wide already, going for the lead. Lubeck to the lead. 4 wide for a brief moment through 1 and 2, a little further back in the pack. And Lubeck goes a little too high that time. He's going to drop out of the lead and back to 4th place. Meanwhile, they're still 3 wide, trying to settle who's going to lead lap 1. It's going to be Hadler. 1 car down into the moat. That was Clinton Barrick. Richard Hadler is going to lead lap 1 over Brian Obey and Jordan Dennebrigge.
Pretty competitive battle here going on in the early goings of our 4-cylinder feature. The number 5K of Kenny Hare on the inside there just took over the lead from Brian Obey. And the number 60 there of Richard Hadler is now there in second. Kenny Hare, the early leader so far here on our feature.
Ken Hare takes the lead last lap. Now Richard Hadler settling into second. Obey third, and then a whole mess of cars behind them. I'm telling you, if you're a fan of super speedway racing and drafting and NASCAR, there's no reason you shouldn't be a fan of the 4-cylinders, because they are bumping and banging and drafting as if this was Daytona or Talladega. Great racing for the 4-cylinders once again this week, as they're 3 wide for third. Riley in the middle's got a lift for Obey. Hadler is going to drop a spot as Obey through to second. Dennebrigge battling there on the inside. Worstro still on the inside as well in the 71W. Lots of jockeying for position, but it's several cars back from our leader, Ken Hare.
Kenny Hare looking pretty good here in the early goings of our feature race here for the 4-cylinders this evening. Actually, he's separating himself from the back of the pack as he goes down the back straightaway. The number 5 of Brian Obey in second. The 7 Jordan Dennebrigge just moved on up into third. Couple laps in, and Kenny Hare, your leader, really looking strong here, but right now it could be anybody's game as it goes on.
Clinton Barrick has rode the moat once again. He's committed to that top side, but he's not been able to make it work. That's happening just back about 10th place, maybe a little bit further back in 15th even, as he's fallen back through the field. Hare, your leader, over Obey. LaFonzi trying to come through to third now on the bottom side of Dennebrigge. The 96T of LaFonzi down low. He'll clear the 7, and Worcester trying to follow suit. Meanwhile, our leader, lap traffic for our leader, Ken Hare, who's got to find a way around the 34 of Winiger and the 77 of McDonald.
With Kenny Hare beginning to increase his lead by now 1.5 seconds, he is beginning to encounter some of that lap traffic at the back of the field, so he does have to be careful about that. 96 car Tyler LaFonzi, who started out in the number 13 spot, has now moved his way all on up into third. Of course, he's showing why he's done pretty well. Halfway there, Kenny Hare, still your leader, looking pretty good. At about 1.5 seconds, actually 2 seconds out in front now.
Problems for the 12 of Deagle and the 17 of Riley. Both those cars went pit side last time by Hare. Out in front, has pretty clear racetrack in front of him. It's Hare, LaFonzi, Obey, your top 3, single file. Then it's Worstro, Dennebrigge, DeBoer, Leroy Buscombe in the 71L is up to 7th. John Lubeck now rides 8th. Vincent Pagnotta 9th. And Sean Cuse rounds out your top 10 that last time by the stripe.
Coming up on 5 laps to go here on this Van Sickle Pet Value PB on the Lane 4-cylinder feature. Kenny Hare really looking strong here, trying to pick up his first win of 2022. Tyler LaFonzi right there with him, about 1.5 seconds behind, with the 5 car of Brian Obey out there in the third. He's going to try to catch him, LaFonzi, on that inside line, but to no avail just yet. 4 laps to go. Kenny Hare, your leader.
Obey racing in a Toyota Celica. You messaged our Southern Ontario Dirt Show podcast to tell us about that unique body styling on the 5 SOS towing ride. Weird to see that one out there amongst so many other 4-cylinders, but it's effective as whoa, wild ride through the moat that time for Worcester in the 44. That happened in front of our leaders, but everybody stays clean, we stay green. Worcester's going to take it to the pits. Wow, that was a really aggressive move to the pits. So Worcester into the pits. Hare leads it. Obey second now. Problem for LaFonzi. He's dropped a couple spots in that last lap. Yellow flag in the air. Looks like because of Worcester and where he stopped, that's going to bring out a yellow. So we will be settling in for a 3-lap shootout in this one. Clinton Barrick and Cole Hardy rounds out your top 10 in the 7C. Real slow start from Ken Hare, and he's going to jump away with a better car length advantage as we got bump drafting down the front stretch with DeBoer all over the back bumper of Worstrow. That's going to allow Buscombe in the 71 to get to the inside. Leroy Buscombe trying to take over fourth. Into 3 and 4. Kenny Hare, your lead car, coming at 2 laps to go.
2 laps to go here on this feature race. Kenny Hare still holding on strong to the lead after that restart. The 5-car Brian Obey, as he goes down the back straightaway, is going to try to go onto that outside line to catch him. Single file there through 3, 4, and 5. And we are coming up on the last lap of this feature race. Kenny Hare still holding strong to the lead, but look out for Brian Obey. This is going to be an interesting finish.
Obey's getting close. He's using that outside line. He opens the door, and Buscombe and Worstrow are battling there. A little bit of power down the back straightaway, and Buscombe is there. Can he make the move into 3 and 4? He'll go to the outside of Kenny Hare. Hare down low in the 5K. Up on the high side, the SOS towing of Brian Obey. Washes up the racetrack. At the stripe, Kenny Hare will hang on, and he'll win it over Obey. Buscombe, Worstrow, and Trevor DeBoer in the 23 rounds out your top 5. And a great race from the Van Sickle Pet Value PV on the lane 4 cylinders. Kenny Hare's fired up. He's already got the helmet off. He's coming out unbuckling already. Give a call to Ken Hare, who pulls into Pleasant View Victory Lane in the 4 cylinders. How about that, Ken Hare? You've been fast all season long. We were wondering when we were going to see you back in Victory Lane, and you do it tonight. Tell us about the drive.
The drive was pretty good. We got out front real quick. Just tried to be as consistent as we could. I knew Tyler was getting up there. I just didn't know how close he was, so we did our own race, and definitely glad to be back to Victory Lane.
Who do you want to thank for the drive tonight?
First of all, I got to thank Jeremy Cooper from Cooper Motorsports. Without him, I wouldn't be able to do what I do. I've got Gutter Dunn, EJ Auto, clearly Cooper Motorsports, LKQ Niagara, and everybody that thrashes real hard to get this car ready week by week.
All right, Kenny Hare's going to pull a winner in our 50-50 here tonight, so stand by with your winning tickets. Jim Lampman and Go Fast Tipo will lead them to green. Flag is up, pedals are down, and away we go with Zach Bleach peeking his nose to the inside, trying to go for the lead. Can't quite make it stick as they work through 1 and 2. Bleach is going to fall back off. Jim Lampman, Tipo. Here comes the 1J of Fontaine, who sticks his nose in there trying to go for the lead. Not going to be able to do it. Jim Lampman will lead lap 1.
Jim Lampman, the early leader so far. Go Fast Tipo still trying to hold on there a second. He's onto that outside line. Jason Fontaine right there beside him. He's on the inside to try to catch. Jim Lampman, our leader so far. Not going to quite happen just yet. Jim Lampman still your leader, side by side for second. Right away to Zach Bleach in 4th.
Jim Lampman out in front, and then it's a 3-car battle for second with Teeple on the outside in the 11. The 1J of Fontaine in the middle, and Zach Bleach in the 108. They're wheel to wheel now, make it 4 wide as Dave Bailey gets on the inside. Bailey thinks better of it. He'll back out of that battle as there's still 3 wide for second. Now Fontaine's forced to back out, and Teeple will ride in second and clear Zach Bleach. Bleach now fights back on the inside into 3 and 4. Fontaine sails it in, gets his nose to the inside of Bleach. Maybe a little bit of contact, but still everybody who keeps it clean and green so far, all behind our leader, Jim Lampman.
3 laps in, Jim Lampman still your leader. Go Fast Teeple and Zach Bleach on the battle there for the second spot. Bleach trying to go on the inside there, but Teeple still hold on strong to second. A 3-car battle for that 4th spot between Fontaine, Bailey, and Murray. But right now, Jim Lampman still looking pretty good here in the early goings of our Hoosier stock feature.
Jim Lampman. He's got about a 3-car length advantage over Teeple, who's settled into second, has that middle lane working, and Zach Bleach has not been able to find a way around. Rob Murray and Dave Bailey, they're battling side by side, trying to find a way by on the inside and outside. Can't do it. between Teeple and Bleach, there's just no room to run, and Bailey now is able to get alongside Bleach at least and clear Murray, but once again, the 11 of Teeple just kind of gets in the way and blocks him off. Nowhere to go, and it's all Jim Lampman out front.
Jim Lampman still holding on strong there to lead in. Oh, we had a bit of contact there. Dave Bailey a little involved in that, but he kept it on the racetrack, thankfully. Now it's a three-car battle there for that third spot, and we got a little bit of contact there. Rob Murray got involved there, but he fell to the back of the pack. Thankfully, he kept that on the racetrack. But still, Jim Lampman holding on strong to the lead. Good ride from him here in this Hoosier Stock feature.
Tough bounce for Rob Murray as he bounced it into the turn one inside barrier, and that cost him a whole bunch of time and positions. He falls back outside the top 5 now. Meanwhile, Bailey, who he was dueling with, is still alongside Zach Bleach, who was the third car in on that one, and they're still trying to find a way around Go Fast Teeple, who's still riding comfortably in second. Bailey now going to clear Bleach. Now will Bailey be able to get by the 11 of Teeple? Brewster Baker, Dave Bailey in the 49 Queenston Chev ride. He runs down low in turn 3 and 4 while the 11 is up high. And this time by, it looks like Bailey's going to be able to clear Teeple going into turn 1, and that is not what Jim Lampman wanted to see.
Halfway through here in this tonight's Hoosier Stock feature. Jim Lampman still holding on there to the lead. Single file 1 through 4 with Dave Bailey, who started out at the back of the pack there in 7th. Now moved on up in the 2nd. Go Fast Teeple is now in 3rd. Zach Bleach holding on strong into the 4th. Kyle Pelrine getting up into the mix here into the top 5. Jason Fontaine into 6th. Coming up on 8 laps to go. Jim Lampman still holding on strong to the lead, but look out there for Dave Bailey. He's way onto the inside, just about side by side there. 8 laps to go.
Here comes the move from Bailey. Can he clear up off of turn 2? Down low, Bailey. Up high is Jim Lampman and put the 49 to the point. Dave Bailey gets by Lampman and out of turn 4. Bailey clear by about a half car length. Lampman runs there in 2nd. Battles on for 3rd between Bleach and Teeple and Kyle Pelrine and his newly done up race car. Trying to find a way to get into the battle. 20 laps, the distance in this one. We're coming to 5 laps to go. 5 to go in the Hoosier Stocks. Caution is out as we have the 2 of Sheehan stalled on the back straightaway. Brad Sheehan in the 2 brought it to rest on the high side of the D-shaped back straightaway at Merrittville, and that will put us under caution and line us up for a 5-lap shootout. Bailey up front, Jim Lampman alongside, then it's Zach Bleach. Go Fast Teeple on the 11, Kyle Pelrine in the 47X, the 1J of Fontaine, the M1 of Murray, Donnie Lampman in the 28D, John Couture and Jeff Bean round out your field as Fontaine's making a bold move up the middle of the racetrack. He makes some contact while Teeple goes flying backwards. He just dropped 4 spots in one corner, and Pelrine is up to 3rd in the 47X. Dave Bailey coming away with the lead though. It's Bailey, Bleach, Pelrine, Fontaine, and now Donnie Lampman breaking into the top 5.
Kyle Pelrine, who started out into the number 10 spot, has now moved us all the way on up into 3rd. Dave Bailey still holding strong to the lead after that restart. Zach Bleach not too far behind him. He's going to try to go to that inside line to catch Bailey, but to no avail. Dave Bailey still your leader.
Bailey out front, Bleach trying to keep pace, but not doing so far. Coming to 2 laps to go in this one. Bailey, Bleach, Pelrine, Fontaine, Murray. 3-wide battle for 6th place. All Dave Bailey in this one. He's controlled the shootout in much of the second half of this race. He was patient. He took his time working through the field. Had to do so as there was a whole bunch of traffic in front of him. But here comes Dave Bailey, the Brewster Baker, down the back straightaway into 3 and 4 for the final time. The Queenston Chev ride will see the checkered flag out of turn 4. Dave Bailey, your Hoosier Stock winner over Zach Bleach, Kyle Pelrine, Rob Murray, and Jason Fontaine round out your top 5 in the Hoosier Stocks. Give a call to Dave Bailey, who's back in Pleasant View Victory Lane in the Hoosier stocks. I guess they're just getting used to you winning now because I heard a lot less boos this time around. Tell us about the trip back to Victory Lane and how much patience you had to exercise there as you were stuck behind multiple two-wide battles for most of that race.
Yeah, the track crew this week, for how hot it is, they did an awesome job on the racetrack, especially considering the sprint cars are here. The racetrack was just really racy, and guys were able to run too wide in front of us and just kind of had to bide our time and work day outside.
What do you want to thank for the drive here tonight and the win, Dave?
I got to thank my dad and my son here. They help out every week, and then Quincy Chev and Jibs Action Sports.
Dave Bailey, your winner once again in the Hoosier stocks.
Early man discovered fire, but Quick Quick perfected fire. Quick Quick is the only fire starter that guarantees to start your campfire, wood stove, or fireplace without the need for kindling or paper. Find your nearest Quick Quick retailer at quickquick.com.
So who exactly is Fast Eddie? More than just a man, it's the mindset that runs through our blood like oil through an engine. Whether on the track or on the street, Fast Eddie is the spirit that drives us to go fast and keep going. Born in 1949 with no time to look in the rear-view mirror. Every story is worth telling, and every piece of Fast Eddie apparel has its own. Celebrate our mindset. This is Fast Eddie. This is combustion culture. FastEddieSpeedwear.com.
You're so tasty. Drive me crazy. Crazy. Ain't nothing I can do.
Corey Turner and Mitch Brown will lead them to green in the Gary Cunningham Memorial for the Southern Ontario Sprints here in Merrittville, presented by Cotton Inc. Flag is up, pedals are down, and away we go with Turner up front. Corey Turner thunders down the back straightaway, starting to put some distance as brother Ryan Turner is trying to find a way by on the inside. He'll have to settle back into fourth spot as Liam Martin will go around the outside, and Corey Turner leads lap number 1.
Corey Turner out in front in the early lead, side by side for second and third between Mitch Brown and Liam Martin. Pretty good showing there from Corey Turner so far. Single file 1 through 4, but right now in the early going, Corey Turner is your leader.
Corey Turner out front. Then it's a 4-car battle for second with Liam Martin trying to set himself apart, and he will do so by driving away from Mitch Brown. Corey Turner out front, putting some distance away from the rest of this pack. It's Turner, Martin, Ryan Turner fighting back on the outside now. He'll take over third spot as he gets around 10, and the yellow flag is out. Caution is out for the 15 of Nanacoke, who's looped it in turn 2. Getting ready to go, racing once again here in the Southern Ontario Sprints. Corey Turner out front, he'll lead him back to green by Liam Martin, Ryan Turner, Ryan Susie, and Mitch Brown, your top 5. Martin trying to take the advantage on the outside, hasn't been able to make the pass work yet. He'll try it off of turn 4, and he will get alongside, but nope. Turner clears him. It's still Corey Turner up front.
Corey Turner still out front after that restart, and a little slower there between that number 9 Liam Martin. Hopefully everything's okay there. But the number 91 Ryan Turner now moving on up into second. Early goings of this heat, or this feature race, it is still the 13 of Corey Turner in the lead.
Corey Turner out front. Ryan Turner rides second. Here comes Ryan Susie to make the move. Liam Martin trying to find a way by on the outside of Susie, but Susie's taking advantage on the inside. Martin just keeps washing up the racetrack up off of 2, and that is not where you want to be. Nanacoke falling in danger of going a lap down to Corey Turner. Ryan Turner second.
that's going to bring out the caution flag.
Bailey Hurd parks it on the inside of turn 1 and 2.
Top two cross to be taken in. Yes.
And that will put us under yellow
They're okay.
with about 15 laps to go in this one. Pace cars in, single file restart. Ryan Turner playing games with Corey, his brother there on the restart. Corey Turner puts it down the banking of turn 4 and out in front by quite a little bit, working into turn 1. Ryan Turner trying to hang tough there with Ryan Susi running third. Good move from Travis Cunningham, who's going to get by the 10 and the 14H in one corner. Move Cunningham up inside the top 5 as he's trying to hold off Jim Hoopinen, who suddenly found a little bit of pace in that 14H. Up at the front, though, it's all Turners. Corey Turner, Ryan Turner leading the field.
Corey Turner holding on to the lead there after that little restart. With Ryan Turner not too far behind him, right on his tail. The number 21 of Ryan Susi up there in the top 3. Looking pretty good there, Corey Turner is, as we go down the front straightaway there with about 13 laps to go. Corey Turner still your leader.
Halfway through this one, the Gary Cunningham Memorial SOS Sprint Race with Corey Turner out front. Ryan Turner trying to find the way around on the outside. He's committed to that outside. And he's got the Kingpin Farms 91 working, but he hasn't been able to get alongside brother Corey yet. Here comes the 21 of Susi. Ryan Susi now trying to take over second spot as he goes to the inside in 3 and 4. Nothing doing downstairs. He's still alongside, but not able to pull the move off just yet. Up off of turn 2. Here comes Ryan Susi through to second spot. Breaking up the Turner bunch at the front. It's still Corey Turner up front. Ryan Susi second. Ryan Turner third. Liam Martin and Travis Cunningham, your top 5 in this one, as leaders starting to work through lap traffic with Nanacoke. And the 25 of Warren Mahoney as well, also going a lap down.
Coming up on 8 laps to go here in this Gary Cunningham Memorial. Corey Turner still about just under a second lead. Ryan Susi right there looking pretty strong. He's going to try to go onto that inside line, trying to put that there to catch him. Not quite there yet. Corey Turner still in the lead. Beginning to encounter some lap traffic, so he does have to be careful there. 7 laps to go. Corey Turner out in front. Look out for Ryan Susi.
Ryan Susi is lurking there, but he has not been able to find a way around yet. He'll have to either get off the bottom side or catch Corey Turner with a mistake. Corey Turner has that thing glued to the bottom side and is not letting anybody by. Turner. Susi, your top 3. Or 2. Ryan Turner up to third now and runs out your top 3. 5 laps to go in the SOS Sprints.
5 laps to go here in this Gary Cunningham Memorial. Corey Turner still holding on there to the lead. Ryan Susi's trying to find a line to catch him, trying to go. He's still committed to that inside line. It still hasn't worked yet. He dropped a little bit of time there as he was trying. Corey Turner still your leader with 4 laps left.
Corey Turner's got to be careful. 2 cars battling side by side in front of him. It's Hurd and West. And somehow Turner's going to try to make it work. 3 wide down the front stretch. A bold move from the leader, Corey Turner. He will clear. And now Susi's going to have to deal with the 2 lap cars who are fighting it out amongst themselves, while Corey Turner's got clear racetrack in front of him. 2 laps to go in the Gary Cunningham Memorial. Corey Turner captures the checkered flag in the Southern Ontario Sprints. He'll climb to the top and celebrate as the winner of the Gary Cunningham Memorial. All right, Corey, how about that? Having a good little week or so after picking up a win at Oshwegan, and a tough battle with your brother throughout this one. And what does it mean to wrap up the Gary Cunningham Memorial here at Merrittville?
Yeah, I didn't see him, but I could definitely hear him. And you know, it's been a few years since we've stood here with a street stock. This is our first sprint car win here, and followed my brother to the line there about a month ago. So this is special. We always want to get one here. This is grassroots racing at its finest. You don't want to be anywhere else on a Saturday night in Niagara, and to win Gary's race is even more special. I didn't know him real well, but he was always busy, typical engine builder, but he always had time to talk racing with you, and he built one hell of a bullet. You know, when Travis first went sprint car racing, there was nothing on the track that would run with the power under his hood. So, you know, it's a shame we lost him, but he was a hell of a guy and hell of an engine builder.
Corey, who do you want to thank for the drive and the win here tonight?
I got to thank my owners, Jay and Celeste. I got to thank David Swain at Mobile One, my whole crew, especially my family, my wife Dana, for dragging our young son to the track, and got to thank just the whole crew busted their butts today, and I couldn't be more grateful to drive this thing. It was an absolute hot rod.
Corey Turner and Victor Lane in the Southern Ontario Sprints. Let's catch up with Ryan Susie, who's going to have to make his way over for a modified feature here soon. Tell us about the drive and bringing it home second.
Yeah, it was just a perfect setup from Tim and Jamie working on this thing. I owe it all to Tim, and thankfully his son Kyle had concert tickets or something for with his girlfriend, so we had to grease up the seat because I'm not a 14-inch seat anymore, but we got ourselves in it, and we were able to come out here, have some fun with the SOS. I love racing with these guys. It's been a while since we've done it, so I wasn't even sure that was Corey. I was just out there racing because numbers have changed and stuff since I did this the last time. Guys just did an awesome job. Thanks Tim Phillips Garage, Snyder Industries, everybody on our modified crew for pitching in here. Hopefully you guys like the show, and hopefully we can do a little bit better in the next one.
Ryan Susie brings it home second. And how about Ryan Turner? Come on down, my friend. Bringing it home third. Had a good little battle with your brother there. Even maybe trying to play some mind games, pulling up alongside him on a restart there. Tell us about the drive tonight and another podium finish here at Merrittville.
No, I wasn't trying to play mind games. I was just trying to clean my engine out and spin the tires a bit, but maybe it was. It didn't work. So, no, you know, we've been rolling really good. You know, when you're going good, you start to get sick at third. That's what I was telling my crew when we got here, and we just been close. We need to go a little bit further and then get a couple more wins. I can't thank Jay and Celeste enough. Kingpin Farms, Burger Barn, Petro Plus Travel Stop, and this amazing crew that's waiting for me in a photo over here. They've been killing it all year, and let's hope they continue that.
Ryan Turner brings it home third. And here is Travis Cunningham with the top 5 of himself in your dad's race. What do you want to say to the fans, Travis?
I just got to say thank you to all the fans for coming out to the Gary Cunningham Memorial. Also, thank you to all the Spees family, Don, Lorraine, Scott, Nick, everybody in the Spees family. And thank you to Nancy and Erica Bicknell, because there's the ones that came up with this idea back in 2010 or 2011 when we lost Dad. And yeah, it just means everything to me and my family and all our friends to be able to recognize him like this. And he'd never believe he had a Gary Cunningham Memorial at Merrittville. So thanks to everyone for coming out. And yeah, my second top 5 of the year, both at Merrittville. This was my worst track last year. Seems to be my best this year.
Travis Cunningham brings it home with a top 5. Modifieds on the way here at Merrittville. Flag is up, pedals are down, and away we go with a Core Pack Merchandising 358 Modifieds here at Merrittville. Gruel trying to take the lead through turn 1. He'll do so. Cars jockeying for position down the back straightaway on the opening lap. Gruel leads it. Flanagan, Luke Carlton settles into third. Scott Wood trying to make the pass on the inside of Todd Gordon. And here comes Chad Chevalier, who already has a heat win under his belt tonight.
Side by side, almost there for the lead. Brandon Gruel in the lead. Dave Flanagan Jr. trying to go to that way outside to try to catch Brandon Gruel. He's going to stay on that line. He's not quite there yet. 97th C of Luke Carlton in third. And side by side there for the lead.
Leaders still battling into turn 3 and 4. Gruel upstairs. Flanagan using about the middle of the racetrack on. He's going to try to clear Gruel down the front stretch. Looks like he might be able to do that. Into turn one. Gruel fights back with Luke Carlton lurking there. Carlton coming off a strong run at Ransomville last night. Top three cars breaking away from the rest of the pack in this one as we go 35 laps tonight in the modifieds. And it's early, but Flanagan is in control.
Dave Flanagan, Brandon Gruel, and Luke Carlton separating themselves a little bit from the rest of the field. The number 38 of Scott Wood is in fourth. Chad Chevalier up there in fifth, around out the top five. Early goings here, a couple of laps in, about 5 laps in. Dave Flanagan Jr., your leader, but still anybody's game.
Track is fast. These guys trying to find space, find ways around, but it's very competitive. No distinct lane advantage for any particular lane. A lot of drivers fighting for the bottom early in this one. Fast Freddy Carlton seems to be the one pushing it up high most often, especially through turn 3 and 4, but it hasn't been able to work. As you can see down the back straightaway, he's going to drop a bit of track position to Ryan Ferry, who's going to try to make the move on the inside. Scott Wood almost rolls it into the moat in the 38. Henderson's Pharmacy ride down the back straightaway. Here comes Luke Carlton trying to take over second from Brandon Gruel. Dave Flanagan still continuing to lead. It's Flanagan, Carlton, Gruel, and here comes Ryan Susie fresh off a podium in the sprint cars. He's up to third now. Ryan Susie coming through on the bottom side and put him P3.
Dave Flanagan opening up almost a 2-second lead. So far, about 8 laps into this feature race. Luke Carlton of the 97C is there up in the second, still holding on to that. Ryan Susie, as you can see, looking strong, not only in the sprint cars, but here in the 358 modifieds as well. He's up there on the third. Single file 1 through 6. Coming up on about 9 laps, almost 10 laps in. Dave Flanagan Jr., still your leader, looking pretty good out there.
10 laps in, this is your leaderboard as they run. Flanagan in first, the rookie. Luke Carlton runs second. Ryan Susie third. Brandon Gruel fourth. Scott Wood, one car slowing. That's McTavish, who's going to bring it into the go-kart track and try to keep it green. But no, I think that's going to bring out the yellow. McTavish brings out the yellow, and we will fall under caution here. Not what any of the front pack wanted to see. Is there some heavy hitters still buried deep in traffic?
What's the leader?
So Flanagan out front, then it's Luke Carlton, Ryan Susie, Brandon Gruel, Scott Wood, Pete Bicknell, Gary Lindbergh, Chad Chevalier, Todd Gordon, Ryan Ferry, your top 10. Green flag back in the air, and it's the 74 Flanagan who's going to punch it and drive away from this field. Ryan Susie trying to battle and take over second on the inside of Luke Carlton. Carlton 3 wide for fourth behind them as Pete Bicknell goes around Scott Wood on the outside, but then Brandon Gruel drops back off of his outside. Side by side racing amongst the top 5. It's Flanagan out front, Susie, Carlton, Wood, Bicknell, and then a whole bunch of race cars all coming together up off of turn 2 with Flanagan out front still. Here comes Ryan Susie.
Flanagan Jr. still holding on to that lead after the restart. The 97C of Luke Carlton going way outside. It looked like that didn't work, and he lost a bunch of spots there. He dropped back up into fourth. Flanagan still in the lead. Ryan Susie right up there on his tail in second. With about 22 laps to go. It is Flanagan still your leader, but look out for Ryan Susie.
Everybody catch your breath that last time off of turn 2. Gary Lindbergh hooked Pete Bicknell, and that got awfully close to a big incident. But Lindbergh backed off, gave Bicknell some room, and everybody cleans up. They stay green. And Lindbergh now trying to make the pass on the inside of Carlton. Luke Carlton rides on the high side, back in about 5th place under fire from Gary Lindbergh. Top 4 cars, single file, but for how long? Ryan Susie trying to get to the inside and challenge Flanagan for the lead. Susie down low, Flanagan up high. Side-by-side racing between Lindbergh and Carlton gets a little tight inside the top 5. Williamson and Gordon lurking there, looking to pounce if anybody slides up the racetrack. Back up at the front, it's still Dave Flanagan out front. Susie doing everything he can to keep pace and find a way around.
About 19 laps to go with 16 laps in. Flanagan's still your leader, but Ryan Susie is trying to go onto that inside line to try and catch him for the lead. The number 38 of Scott Wood up there in the third, Pete Bicknell in fourth. So it is Dave Flanagan in the lead.
Problem for Freddie Carlton. It looks like that car is blowing up as he's spraying for skeeters all over the racetrack. Lots of smoke, and that does not look good for Fred Carlton. Yellow flag is out, and that looks terminal. Luke Carlton still running 6th, Matt Williamson 7th, Todd Gordon 8th, 9 Bowman, and 10th Chad Chevalier. Green flag in the air. Flanagan out front. Here comes Ryan Susie around the outside. Can he make it stick? He washes up the racetrack. 3 wide behind them, Gary Limburg and Wood and Bicknell battling for 3rd. Tight racing there. Who's going to come away with the lead on this lap? Who's going to come away with 3rd? Susie, Flanagan still side by side for the lead. Williamson and Bicknell doing battle there as well inside the top 5. Flanagan hanging tough on the inside. Susie still trying to work the outside to find a way around Flanagan. Down the front stretch, it's still Dave Flanagan.
Halfway through this feature race here in the quarterback merchandising 358 modifieds. Dave Flanagan Jr. really looking good, still holding strong under that lead. After that restart, Ryan Susie not too far behind him. He's going to try to go to that inside line to catch him. Single file, 1 through 6 there. Gary Limburg in the mix there in the top 3. But so far, it is Dave Flanagan Jr. really looking good. He's still your leader.
The rookie, Dave Flanagan, moved up from Sportsman last year up into the modifieds, and he's trying to put together a winning run around the inside of turn 1. He holds a pretty wheel. Susie driving away from 3rd place Lindbergh, who now suddenly has a mirror full of Matt Williamson, and Pete McNell has settled into the top 5. Mike Bowman now 6th as Wood and Carlton battle for 7th. Up at the front, coming to 3 laps to go. It's still Flanagan out front. Excuse me, sorry, 13 to go.
13 laps to go here in this feature race. Dave Flanagan still your leader. Ryan Susie right there with him. In the 2nd spot, Gary Limburg trying to go to that inside line to catch him, but no avail. The number 6 car, Matt Williamson, trying to go way outside to catch the 37S of Limburg. Not quite going to catch him there. It is single file 1 through 5, and we do have ourselves a yellow flag.
Tanner Podwinski's parked it on the high side of turn 4. Not sure what happened to that race car, but we are under yellow once again, setting ourselves up for a 12-lap shootout. And Flanagan has just got to be... He's so close he can taste it. He can feel the laps winding down, and he's been able to hold off just about everybody. If Flanagan wants to win this, he might have to hold off the 5 best modified drivers right here in Southern Ontario. Green flag in the air. Flanagan away with the advantage. He'll clear Susie. Susie's going to try to fight back on the outside. He'll get alongside and drive up the racetrack. Can't make it stick. That's going to set up another 3-car battle. More cars going around. Williamson, Lindbergh. Oh, heavy hit. It's Shane Pierce is upside down. Huge wreck on the back straightaway here at Merrittville. After that wild incident involving the 88 of Shane Pierce, who is okay after rolling the race car. You can see Lindbergh feeling out that suspension to see if there's any major damage. You can see a little bit of damage to the right rear, but looks fairly clean otherwise, as far as I can tell, for Gary Lindbergh. I think he'll be able to rejoin this race. Coming at 12 laps to go with Dave Flanagan still out front. Ryan Susie alongside in 2nd. Then it's Matt Williamson, Pete McNell, Mike Bowman, and Scott Wood. Green flag in the air, and Susie has got a way better restart that time and might even be able to clear Flanagan this time down the back straightaway. He'll do so. Ryan Susie to the front in the 38 RS. It's Susie, Flanagan. Here comes Matt Williamson around the outside of Bicknell. He's trying to get his way up into second as he goes by Flanagan. And here comes Matt Williamson. Yellow flag is out once again. One on the top side. In turn 3, and we are back under yellow again in this one. But who's going to win in the modifieds? 11 laps to settle it now with Susie out front. Flanagan, Williamson, Bicknell, Gordon, and Wood. Green flag in the air, and Susie's gone. Ryan Susie shot out of a cannon. Is going to try to drive away from the field. Here comes Matt Williamson. Williamson couldn't get alongside Flanagan. Flanagan clears him down the back straightaway. Now Dave Flanagan's going to sail it in on the outside and try to find a way back up alongside Susie. Can't do it. Susie continues to lead.
With about 10 laps to go here in this feature race, Ryan Susie took advantage of that restart. He is now in the lead. Matt Williamson and Dave Flanagan side by side for the runner-up spot. Flanagan trying to go onto the outside to catch Williamson for that second spot. Looks like he's going to do just, well, it's almost side by side. Williamson just took over second. Pete Bicknell is up there in fourth. And coming up on 8 laps to go here in this feature race, Ryan Susie looking pretty good. He's in the lead.
Williamson now trying to work the outside line. He'll get alongside Susie. Can he make the power stick? Not able to do it off of turn 2. That bottom lane still the predominant lane through 1 and 2. Susie down low. Williamson upstairs. Matt Williamson in the S&W Service Center 6 going to get alongside at the stripe. Wasn't able to lead that lap, but he's there, right there with Susie as they're side by side, and now Williamson edges ahead into turn 3 and 4. Williamson upstairs. Susie down low. Williamson going to try to clear. He'll do so. Matt Williamson through to the lead. It's Williamson, Susie, Flanagan, Bicknell, Chevalier.
Coming up on, going to be 5 laps to go, coming up very soon, 6 laps right now. Matt Williamson, your leader, and the 38 RS of Ryan Susie still trying to go onto that inside line to catch Williamson to no avail. 5 laps to go. Matt Williamson in the lead, single file, 1 through 4. Dave Flanagan falling back into third. Bicknell right there with him in fourth. We're coming up on 4 laps to go. It is still Matt Williamson in the lead. Ryan Susie right there with him.
Williamson started 12th in this one. Came from the back. He's worked his way through the field, taking advantage of other people's misfortunes, and has found himself in the front of the pack. But we've got a smoker again. Brandon Gruel looks like he's blowing up now. Brandon Gruel in the 35G's got an issue, and that will bring out another yellow flag. As we can't tell if there's fluid, and looks like there might be fluid coming off the 35G.
35 to the
It's Matt Williamson up front, Ryan Susie in the 38 RS second, Dave Flanagan third, Pete Bicknell fourth, Chad Chevalier fifth, Mike Bowman in the 71 is back up to sixth, green flag in the air. Matt Williamson gets a great restart, gets a little loose into turn 1, but is able to corral it and drive away from Ryan Susie. Coming to 2 laps to go. Williamson, Susie, Flanagan, Bicknell, Chevalier, and Bowman. Tight racing there for about 3rd place as Chad Chevalier is trying to find a way around on the outside. He'll fall back now. White flag in the air one more time around for Matt Williamson. Williamson, Susie, Chevalier, Flanagan. Oh, more contact. That was awfully close racing between Flanagan and Chevalier. Bicknell's going around the top side trying to take away 3rd spot. Chevalier drops off. Checkers are in the air. Final time out of turn 4. It's Matt Williamson. He wins it. Ryan Susie 3rd. Who's going to get 3rd? Pete Bicknell wins the battle for 3rd over Dave Flanagan and Mike Bowman. So Susie settles for another 2nd in the modifieds after coming 2nd in these SOS sprints. But Matt Williamson is your winner and going to victory lane. Williamson, Susie, Bicknell, Flanagan, and Bowman, your top 5. Matt Williamson coming out the winner. Give a call. captures another checker here at Merrittville. You won, but I think most importantly, you survived what was a wild feature in the 358 Modifieds. Tell us about it from your vantage point.
Yeah, obviously, you know, you hope everybody's all right from that back straightaway deal. Not often does a car flip over in the modified division here, so that's a scary thing. You know, anytime there's a red flag, you don't want to see that happen. So I think it all started. I was the meat and the sandwich there. Ryan was coming down, and Gary was on the bottom, and just know really where to go. So tough deal, but yeah, I mean, we faded at the beginning, and then just got some lucky breaks on the starts, and here we are.
Turned your fastest lap of the race on lap 29. Tell us about who you want to thank for the car that had a bit of a rally at the end of the race.
Yeah, I mean, you get hungry when you get towards the front, so, you know, obviously all my guys, they worked hard again tonight. S&W Service Center, I couldn't do it without Wayne. We had a tough night on the road last night, so it's nice to come back home and pick up a W, get your confidence back.
Matt Williamson in Victory Lane once again in the Pleasant View Victory Lane Core Pack Merchandising 358s. Tim Hortons Enduro on the way to cap off what's been a wild night, and it's only going to get wilder from here. And if you like what you see in the Enduro, as a reminder, we're racing school buses next Saturday, July 2nd here at Merrittville Speedway. School bus racing, buy a t-shirt, support your favorite color of school bus. And remember, last time we had school buses racing, we had drivers flipping over one night and then going back to Victory Lane the next. So school buses may be the craziest of all the racing that we do here at Merrittville. Enduro up next. Pace car is in. We're going to go racing in the Enduro. Still trying to make out some of these names, but 25 laps in the Tim Hortons Enduro qualifier. Out in front, looks like we're seeing a pass for the lead in the 117. Again, one car spinning in front of the field. A whole bunch of cars piling in, but everybody looks like they're going to keep going. That's the beauty of Enduro racing. There's no such thing as a caution. As long as they're not exposed driver's side or a rollover, we get to keep them racing. Car off the pace, the 13. Another car's parked and trying to get it rolling on the low side of turn 2. We'll do so. 13 is really off the pace in front of all our lead cars. Still up front, I've got the 117. And then I've got the 97. The stripe, 117, 97, 13Z. Then it's the cop car in the 108 Pontiac.
I don't know how to do it. Yeah, this is lap 4.
Coming up to lap 4, your top 5 as they run. It's that 117 going by the Tim Hortons finish line now, then the 97, the 13Z, the 22, I believe that is Fiddler in the 922 cop car going around the outside. And then there's that Pontiac Sunfire running in the top 5.
117 car still holding on there to the lead. Followed by the 97 car there. He's going to try to go to the outside to catch him, but it's still pretty much single file there. The cop car up there in 3rd, side by side for 4th and 5th. Looks to be about 6 laps into this 25-lap Enduro qualifier. The 117 still in the lead.
Battles on for that lead, though. The 97 starting to reel him in, and then the 922. The 108 Sunfire battling there with the 13C. That's for 5th position. 117, 97, 922. Not sure if the 7 just got both those cars or if the 7's going a lap down. You can see him on the low side of turn 4. That's the 7S of Slider, I believe. Down the back straightaway, still keeping an eye on the 117.97. That is your battle as they work into turn 3 and 4 in the Tim Hortons Enduro qualifier number 2.
117 still in the lead there. However, the 97 car is right up there with them. The cop car is still holding on strong into 3rd. 13 car, I believe, is part of that lap traffic, so just trying to be careful there. And we got a little bit of a problem there on turn number 4. which is the number, looks to be a 10.
I believe that's the 108, and that was a top 5 car just a few laps ago. Whoa, one hits the inside barrier. And we got 2 cars parked on the inside of turn 3 and 4, but it looks like they will be able to keep it going as they're coming at 10 to go, and the 97 out in front of the 117, and here comes the 922. That's your top 3 as they work through 1, 2, and 3, or excuse me, turns 1 and 2. Whoa, bold move from the leader of the 97, trying to get around some lap traffic. Oh, this could get tight. Bold moves from the leader, that zebra striped 97. He's trying to put a couple cars a lap down. The 117 trying to follow suit, as well as the 922, who's up to second. So by my count, I have as the 97 out front, the 922 second, the 117 third, and then I believe it's this 7 that you see, the black 7. So 7, you can see it going underneath the Tim Hortons finish line. That's your 4th place car, and your top 5 car, the 2 right there.
Cop car chasing the 97. It is still holding on strong to the lead. That is the 922. He is really getting a cop chase there out of the 97. 13 laps down, 12 to go. Halfway through the race. 97 holding on strong to the lead. And we got another car in the end of turn 4, but he kept it on the racetrack, thankfully. 97 still your leader.
That might have been another one of the bleach cars trying to help get the bleach car righted. I think that's what happened there. A couple cars pulling in. Coming to lap 15. There's the 97 out in front. Then it's the 922. And the 117 who just went by. Then the 2 and the 7, that is your top 5 as they run. I believe that 3 car might be 6th, but still some cars stopped in turn 3 on the low side now. Tight racing amongst the leaders as the 22, the 922 trying to find a way to catch up to the 97. Turning the attention back to the lead battle. Fiddler in the 922 is there. He's real close, but oh, more cars wrecking right in front of the leader. The 97's in it. The leader of the 97 is in it, and the 922 of Fiddler. Going to be a red flag situation. Cars are going to be stopped here. Red flag is out on the racetrack. Pace truck is in. It's the 922 cop car out in front. Fiddler, the 117, the 2, and the 97, your top 4, as best as we can tell via scoring. And 922 of Fiddler driving away. The 117 trying to reel him in. Fiddler, the 117 second. Battles on for third. The 2 is in trouble of being reeled in by the 97 who led most of this lap. But the 97 has a flat right front, so that's going to heed his progress. 117 is second. The 2 is third. The 97, I still believe, is holding on to fourth, even with that flat tire, except I don't see the 97 anymore, so maybe that car's taking it in. Battles on for the lead. The 117 is there and doing all he can. 4 times runs out. More cars spinning in turn 3 and 4. And still the chase is on. Checkered flag is in the air. Who's going to win it? Fiddler in the 922. I believe the cop car is your winner in Tim Hortons Enduro qualifier number 2 over the 117. Then the 2 should be third. Jordan Fiddler in the 922. Crew coming in for pictures for the win. Give a call to Jordan Fiddler, who survives the Enduro and wins it. Come over here, Jordan. Tell us about this cop car. Every time I see this thing on the racetrack, it's bad fast, it's got cool lights on top of it, and it survived an Enduro tonight.
Man, it's all for the fans. We weren't even going to come tonight, to be honest. My partner here at Flat Broke Racing, Nick, made the call. He's like, you know what, let's load it up. I feel we have a good piece. You don't make any money in the G6 races. This is where the money is at, so we decided to come out here and give it a go. I got to give a huge shout out to Niagara Raw Dog Food. They just came on board with us. We're running Delaware Friday night, so making the 3-hour trek out there every week is killing us some fuel, so we had a couple sponsors come on. Niagara Raw Dog Food, Green Line Siding, sorry, it's been a while. Green Line, or we've got Treads Niagara, M&N Heating and Air Conditioning, Tammy's Breckenridge, Stone Ridge. We got a whole slew of people that help us out, and we can't do it without them, so I appreciate everybody here to help us, all my crew, everybody here.
Jordan Fiddler back in victory lane at Merrittville Speedway, this time in the Tim Hortons Enduro. Thanks, race fans, for making it out on the first Saturday night of the summer season here at Merrittville Speedway. We hope you enjoyed your Saturday night. On behalf of track owners Don and Lorraine Speece, my partner in the tower, William Morrison, we hope your Saturday night was more than just all right, and we hope to see you back next Saturday for Canada Day weekend and a big fireworks show and school bus racing on top of a weekly racing special. All 5 divisions in action, and be sure to head on over and check out the Merrittville Smokehouse as well. Barbecue food open down at the front. Open Thursday to Monday. I've been Jonathan Howe, and that is going to do it for racing here on Saturday night. Take care and get home safe, everybody.
This copyrighted broadcast may not be reproduced, retransmitted, or used in any form without the authorized written consent of GForceTV. GForceTV would like to thank you for your support and for watching today's broadcast.